What is good, Diamond Dynasty, baby? Welcome back to another motherfucking video.
There's a lot of girls with me right now. Got a lot of drugs with me right now. But I'd rather just
Let's not go too soon now.
I feel the same. And a lot of girls hate it mine now. I would rather pass that blunt to you like we used to do.
And today, baby, I am going to be reacting to Joe Budden, okay? The Joe Budden. I understand him. I understand him because he doesn't give a fuck what anybody says. He's a very blunt and direct type of person, so this should be very interesting, seeing him consult with a therapist. Joe Budden, of all people, the nigga who doesn't care about anybody's opinion and does not have a filter. Let's go ahead and react to this together, man. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know exactly your feelings on this. If you have not already subscribed, make sure you like this video, share it with a friend. If it adds value to your life, make sure you spread the word. Make sure you share it with somebody who you think can add value to their life as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start the screen recording and let's go.
So you feel you have a chemical imbalance at times?
I would think so.
Okay.
I would say so.
Shit, don't we all?
Because when I think of childhood, I think of disruption. I think of needing and not having. I think of just knowing better. Think of knowing better. When you just know that some things shouldn't be how they are.
Mm-hmm. Talk about that.
My brother had anger issues. You know, he put a gun to my head at a very, very early. I was 10 years old. And I came home from school with a steak sandwich. He said, "Give me some of the sandwich," when I walked in the door. And I said, "No." And I went downstairs. I went to eat my sandwich. And he came downstairs with a gun. It had to be a 45, 44, something like that. Chrome, I'll never forget it. And he put it in my head and said, "You'll give me some now, won't you?" And at the time, I probably really didn't even know how to feel. In therapy, I learned how traumatic that was for me. I had a lot of anger toward him.
Talk about that childhood a little bit more. Your brother started off really amplifying the family pain.
Yeah.
I think some of you've forgotten about as to why you had to adopt this way of being in the world. I think it's very unconscious to you. I see this all the time, where you can forget it was so traumatic.
I've been told. I was probably raised on Frosted Flakes and mayonnaise sandwiches.
Okay.
My mom would sit here and deny all of that. But, you know, our stories are very different.
Okay.
You know?
So there was some potential of food in the
I
house.
joke about my mom with that all the time. Like, you ain't cook shit coming up. And my mom's my best friend.
I understand. We're not pathologizing your mother or father. Please feel that.
Very clear. We are expressive.
But we're talking about what happened as to why you now have unconsciously interjected this rage, this keep on guard, can't let them in. These are your caregivers. You cannot see your caregivers as bad when you're a child because those are your caregivers. You can't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Did you ever get whipped a lot?
Mom, yeah.
How much did she whip you with rooms and stuff?
Yeah, she had a real thick yellow belt that she liked a lot. All that type of shit.
Now we're getting to the rage that you haven't connected to.
My dad never hit me.
But mom whipped you a lot?
Yeah. Good, too.
Okay.
What's wrong with it? Is that bad?
Well,
The last therapist said it was bad. I didn't believe her.
well, how can we say
I know it's y'all job to say that.
No, we're just processing what you have not perhaps really identified.
A little whipping, Doc.
A little whipping.
Oh.
I've heard cases of where they were stripped down naked.
Yeah. Don't make that sound like jail. That's a normal fucking occurrence in a black household. Take them damn pants off and get over here. Yep.
Let's go to slavery.
I always said, I promise, I always said, What if the reason why black families enforce whooping their children is because of slavery? Because we were whipped as slaves. So it became ingrained in us, a part of our culture, a part of the way we show love to our kids, y'all. You know, and like Joe said, one of my parents beat me, my other did not. My mom never beat me. She might have pinched me a few times, but that was it, you know. My dad was the one who beat me, you know, and I felt a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of just pissed offness, you know, because I'm like, how can you say that you love me? How can you say that you care about me, but you're whooping me, bro? Like somebody off the fucking street. Like, it doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense in my terms of love, how I identify with love. It just didn't make sense to me. So I always promised myself that if I had a kid, or of course, if my girl had a kid, that I would never whoop my child. I would find a way. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I made a promise to myself that I would find a way. There's always another way. You know, there's always a healthier alternative, you know. There's always, you know, unless you're going all organic, everything, you know what I'm saying? Niggas shop at Whole Foods, you know. Well, no, there's also the farmer's market. And if it ain't the farmer's market, there's also niggas on the farm growing their own shit. And if it ain't the niggas growing their own shit, maybe somebody got some richer soil. So there'll always be a healthier alternative, you know. But I say all that to say that I feel that's where it comes from, slavery. It comes from slavery. We were getting whipped on and all types of shit, you know, treated so crazy. And it's so crazy that now it's ingrained in our subconscious minds as black families. We whoop our own kids, y'all. We whoop our own fucking kids. And we want to call that love? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. So he made a good point. Let's see what he has to say.
That's the same thing last therapists do.
I think that is something that has come down from slavery, unconsciously,
Facts.
where the whipped now whip.
Yes.
A lot comes down from slavery.
So was it nice for us to be whipped? Is it nice for you to be whipped?
I could point out the difference if you would like.
Please.
We didn't belong to them.
Don't you think it's even
That
more
wasn't-
upsetting if they do belong to you? That someone who loves me has to discipline me this way, and they can't talk to me, and they can't rationalize with me?
The whole whooping thing, I didn't really think, I mean, I knew that it hurt me emotionally, on a deep emotional level, but like I didn't know that it was such a big thing. So I did address it with my father, with my pops, you know, and I was like, look, this really hurt me when you would beat me for this reason. And I remember being a child, like a baby, not a baby. I had to be like 3 or 4 years old. I know that he beat me for no reason, just because I was crying. And like, what? You know, like, why would you beat a child? They're a child. They're gonna fucking cry sometimes. They're not gonna know why they're crying, you know? And then for you to force me to give you an answer, or you're gonna give me something to cry about, that shit is not cool, you know? And that shit really hits you on a deep emotional level. And then, you know, of course with school, like if I was talking in class, I had a real bad problem with like laughing and making jokes and talking in class and stuff like that, which in a way, that way of me expressing myself had to be suppressed. You know, I couldn't really truly be myself. I was a very intelligent student. However, like, school bored me. I'm gonna be honest with you. School was actually a bore to me. And so I tried to amuse myself. I amused the people around me. I amused myself. But when I got in trouble for that, it stifled me. It made me suppress that fun side of myself. It made me suppress how I truly wanted to express myself. You know what I'm saying? So when I brought this to my dad's attention about the whole whooping situation, my dad was like, well, how else are you gonna learn? Like when I brought it back up, of course he doesn't whoop me now, I'm fucking grown. But I talked to him about this maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I was telling him how, you know, these things affected me, and he was like, well, I didn't know any other way. I mean, I tried to talk to you, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't listen, so this is what I had to do. And so at that point, I just had to say, you know, well, I mean, I forgive you for it, and I understand why you did what you did. Nobody has a fucking rule book or a guide to being a parent, and even so, it wouldn't be perfect, because every child is different. Every parent's different. Your upbringing is different. Your situations are different. So I didn't mean for this to be a very long video, but actually this is something that speaks to me, and I feel like this could add value to a lot of people's lives out there, whether you be a parent or a child or whatever you are. I do feel strongly about the whooping situation, and I've had plenty debates with people regarding this who are just, they swear by whooping their kids is the only thing that's going to make that child change. And I beg to differ. There's so, out of all the solutions in the world, 1,000,001 solutions to discipline a child, you think whooping is the only surefire way? No. Because if that was the case, then every child who got whooped would act right. And some children, you whoop them, they get even worse. It doesn't work on them. You can even ask some parents, oh, that doesn't work on him. You can whoop him all day, but you know, until you blew in the face, it's not gonna do shit. I went on a rant. Y'all know I'll be ranting sometimes.
It's funny, often at times how we're raised kind of will channel how you will raise yours.
Facts.
And what they will go to. I've never hit mine. I've never hit my kid.
See, there we go.
Like I could communicate through anything with my kid. They will understand.
Okay.
Facts.
And how is your son turning out?
A lot better than I was at 16. I'll say that. I'll say that.
You see what you would have to be embodying to whip your son? And what would your son do with that? He would be angry.
Well, you just said something very important.
Facts.
Not about how I would feel, because the black parents always say this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you, and I believe that. We never really internalize how they're receiving this, how they will react to this, how they will respond to this.
Yes, because
we just worried about the behavior stopping that caused the beating in the first place.
Right.
And, you know, kids are entrusted to parents.
Yes, yes.
They don't come in knowing how to cook your dinner. They don't come in knowing how to clean up the house. So we have to teach them.
Yeah.
And the research is that punishment only suppresses behavior. It doesn't eradicate the behavior. You became more rambunctious. Your brother and you acted out more. You had to be sent away. It wasn't effective.
I agree.
It created this rageful young man. Okay, just be there with yourself. Surrender to you, not to me. Surrender to yourself. And I want you to access that little boy, brother who wasn't safe, little boy there by himself. What was he feeling when he was at home by himself that he couldn't express then? So see that little boy and his rage and his anger. Where did it start? And go into your heart center and see that little boy again, the one who was being whipped.
That was a very fucking interesting video that I can very much relate to. And Joe Budden, like, he's a firecracker, you know, he's a firecracker. He don't give a fuck what people think. And I love his personality so much because of that. He just doesn't give a fuck, and he's not filtered and he's uncensored, you know. Sometimes he can be a little volatile. We know this about Joe. We know this about Joe. But I just like I think he's dope. I think he's such an interesting person. So I figured I would watch this video and see what type of therapist and what type of therapy he had going on and what they were talking about. But this actually hit me on a lot of levels. I don't believe in coincidences at all. I believe I was supposed to see this for a certain reason. And yeah, man, it just brought up my childhood again, just like, you know, another time type shit, you know. And I know there's a lot of shadow work that I still need to do. I still need to go in the closet and clear out some shit, you know, because you don't understand how much the past can impact your future, your childhood. A lot of the trauma that we go through is in childhood because we don't understand what the fuck is going on. We barely just got into the world, and then we're already going through traumatizing things, you know what I'm saying? And it depends on what type of childhood you have. Some people come from a childhood where it was peachy keen. They ain't never got a whooping in life before. But then you have people like me who didn't got whoopings sometimes for no fucking reason, you know? So it really changes you. on a core level, inside, it changes who you are. It changes how you feel, how you approach certain situations in life, how you deal with certain situations. It changes you, yo. And you gotta heal from that shit, you know? You really have to dig deep and heal from that. So, I mean, yeah, man, I would encourage everybody out there to do some type of healing work, some shadow work out there, you know? Like, there's plenty of videos. If you can't afford to hire somebody like a therapist, then go on YouTube. Watch Teal Swan. Teal Swan has a great channel on shadow work. She talks about everything, enlightenment, everything, but she does a lot on shadow work, how to heal past traumas. She takes you back to your childhood, how you can forgive your older versions of yourself, how you can forgive certain situations and stuff like that will help you move on and heal from these situations. So if you're going through any type of like trauma that maybe you have stuff down or you forgot about or anything like that, make sure y'all check out her page. I'm not quite aware of other YouTubers, but I do know for sure Teal Swan. I would never refer y'all to anybody who I didn't feel would have your best intentions and also who wouldn't be able to help you. That's a waste of time. Go check out Teal Swan's page. I'm gonna actually link her her page in the description, and I never do that, but I'm gonna link her page in the description so y'all can go follow her and go do your own shadow work and go heal yourselves, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love y'all so freaking much, Diamond Dynasty. Y'all make sure y'all comment down below exactly how y'all feel about the situation, man. Let me know how you feel about whooping your child. And let me also say that I don't think it's right or wrong, but I do feel like whether you do it or not is going to yield different results. Okay, so that's how I feel. But anyway, y'all, like I said, man, this was a very deep topic. I did not expect it to go this deep, but definitely, man, I think that this will add value to a lot of people's lives, you know. So if you feel like this added value to your life, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment down below, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure that you share this so you can add value to somebody else's life who you think would need it. All right, I love y'all, Diamond Dynasty. I will see y'all tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Diamond Experience. I love y'all so freaking much, okay? See y'all next time. We out.
Yeah, your love is like I need your love, I need your sex, I need your hugs, yeah. I need your kisses, you that I miss, I wanna fuck, yeah. I need your love, hey. I need your love. It's like a drug, shooting it up. I need your love, yeah.